Good and quality education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. With these words, I, Dr. Shraddha Srivastava, Assistant Professor and CGC member, convey my resplendent evening wishes to everyone. I would like to extend my cordial welcome to today's speaker, Mr. Vinod Kumar, to respected Dean SW, Dr. Ashish Karanwal, HODs from various departments, faculty members, and my lovely students. Welcome all, and let's start the learning experience of the strategies to crack GATE, ESE, and other competitive exams with the able expertise from Made Easy. It's almost 2 decades, Made Easy has continuously lived up to its reputation and emerged as a pioneer in the ESE, GATE, and PSU exam preparation, setting up a new benchmarks year on year and has established itself as a success partner of thousands of engineering graduates in various competitive exams and personality tests. Since its inception in the year 2001, Made Easy has lived up to its brand value, big learning made easy, and has empowered the youth to fulfill their dreams by consistently producing toppers and highest numbers of top rank holders in GATE, ESE, and PSU exams. Friends, today they are here for a reason, and it is to throw their little torches out and guide our students towards accomplishment of their dreams. And to do so, I am glad to say that Mr. Vinod Kumar Datutslia is here as a guide, mentor, and speaker. Mr. Vinod pursued MTech in Aerospace Engineering from India's most premier institute, IISc Bangalore. He secured All India Ranking 1 in Mechanical Engineering in GATE 2013, All India Ranking 4 in Engineering Service Examination 2013, and was also the highest marks scorer in personality test. Apart from GATE and ESE, he also qualified ISRO by securing All India Ranking 3. He served as design engineer in American multinational conglomerate as General Electric. He has a vast experience in designing steam turbines and commercial aircraft engines. He has conducted several technical and motivational seminars in IITs, NITs, and other reputed engineering colleges. Sir, I feel truly honored to have you with us today, and you are a true reflection of the saying, dream it, wish it, and do it. Now I request Dean SW, Dr. Ashish Karanwal sir, to welcome Mr. Vinod Kumar and also to motivate our students with his inspiring words. Sir, please.
Yeah, thank you, Shraddha ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. All my colleagues and Mr. Vinod Kumar and lovely students. So, first of all, on behalf of Kite Group of Institutions, I welcome Mr. Vinod Kumar. As well said by Shraddha ma'am, sir, your profile speaks your personality, and it's an opportunity for all of us to listen your words of wisdom, because it's very rare that personality of this repute uh, visits to the institution and they share their journey with us. It will be really an inspiring story, and I'm sure the all of the students whosoever is will be attending this session, they'll take benefit of it. And as of now, this number is 79, but I'm sure out of this 79, whatever Mr. Vinod shares to us, now it has become 80. Now whatever Mr. Vinod shares to us, if we could implement it in our life, right, then that will be with us throughout our life, right, and that will impact our life as well as my our parents life, right. So it's an opportunity, and thank you so much, Mr. Vinod, for joining us, for giving us path. And the topic also shared by the CGC committee. It is really the need of the hour because as I was searching the topic, it is we all are intelligent, but still we could not do well in the examination because of competition and because of so many issues. But person like you, whenever they will come and guide us, I'm sure will try to do well and will try to get success, right? So thank you so much. Thank you, Preeti madam. Thank you, Shraddha madam. And thanks, Vinodji, once again for joining us. I wish all the best, good success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Thank
afternoon,
you,
sir.
Dean, sir, for giving me such a warm welcome. It's truly my pleasure to speak to the young minds, those who are going to be the future engineers or the marvels of the country. So, guys, I welcome you all to this webinar where we would be discussing about what are the different opportunities that we have for engineers after doing BTech. Okay, so before starting this webinar, I hope this session would be of some importance to you. After this session, probably you would be having some knowledge about the vast field which lies ahead of us and different options that we can choose from the available options. Okay. Also, I hope at the end of this seminar, you would be clear in your thoughts. So you all might be having knowledge about whatever I am going to speak. So there would be some knowledge which you all might be having. But I have tried to conceptualize everything in one place so that we have everything ready and then we can choose from what we want to do in our life. Okay, so guys, I welcome you all to this webinar. I hope you will enjoy this. Before moving on to the seminar, I hope all of you are in good health. Your family is in good health. All of you are taking care of your health. This is a situation which is a little hard for everybody. All the countries are involved in this pandemic, and we don't have much of the control over it. But there are certain positive aspects of this also, which we will discuss. Particularly for us, there are a lot of positive aspects that we will discuss, and we will discuss few more things which will be required, which can be taken as guidance for getting success in your life. Okay, so guys, let's begin this seminar on the what are the different career opportunities that you have. So to begin this seminar, this is something about myself, which has already been spoken by ma'am and Dean sir. So I'll skip this. So now let's start with the different options that we have. Okay. But to start with, I would like to have a small discussion on the current situation that we are facing. Okay, so the COVID-19 situation, which everybody is struggling to cope up with. Okay, many of the people, those who speak about the COVID, they always speak about the situation. So I would like to draw your attention to this situation, and I want to discuss whether this is a situation of adversity or it's a situation of opportunity. Okay, so if you see different news channels, if you see like social media platforms, everywhere people have started writing that this is the most extreme situation that we have. This is a situation of adversity for almost 90% of the people, those who are living in this world. This situation is sort of a situation of adversity. Many of the businesses are losing their business. The workers, those who are working in different fields like different startup or daily wage earners, they are the people who are most affected by this condition. Okay, but there are a lot of people who are also struggling with this situation, and most of them, 90% of them, see this as a situation of adversity, and truly it is a situation of adversity. But there are few people, there are few communities for which this is not a situation of adversity. This is a situation of one of the greatest opportunity. And the student fraternity, those who are in the colleges, I see for them, this is the most favorable situation which you can have in your life. Okay, so imagine guys that you have come out of your like schools, you have enrolled in the college. Now you have got 4 years where you'll be studying, and then after 4 years, you might be having some plans for the life. You might have planned that after your BTech, you'll be going into so-so field, so-so field. Okay, so you must be having plans for that. But in the busy schedule of college, you might not be getting time to prepare for those life goals that you have. Many of you might be having like aims to appear for some of the exams which are really good in terms of the job preferences that you might get. Many of you might have thought of appearing for higher studies. Many of you might have thought of going for, let's say, civil services exam. There are different exams all over India which are conducted, and most of you must be aiming some of these exams to crack it once you are out of the college. Okay, but to crack those exams, you need a lot of studies, you need a lot of hard work, and that hard work is generally done in the 4 years when you are in the college. Okay, if the situation was normal in the college which you were studying, you might not be getting a lot of time to study about the exam that you are preparing for. But guys, under the COVID-19 situation, imagine under the COVID-19 situation, you are getting 24 hours undisturbed. There is nothing to disturb you. You are getting 24 hours. You can utilize that time to the fullest. And when you are getting out of the college, probably you will appear for the exams, and then you will crack those exams in the first chance. Okay, so guys, for those students, those who are really ambitious, those who want to get their life to something, probably the COVID-19 is the best opportunity that you have got. Okay, even if you have not utilized this opportunity for the last 5 months where the lockdown was there, there is still time that you have. The situation would not be like normal in coming 4 or 5 months as well. Colleges would not be running on the full capacity. We don't know when they will run with the full capacity. But till that time, you will be having a lot of time to study, a lot of time to develop your skills. You will be having free times where you can develop your new skills. You can prepare for the exams that you want to appear for after your BTech. Okay, so guys, maybe for 90% of the people, this might be a situation of adversity. But for you guys, I think this is the best opportunity that you have get. And you are not going to get this throughout your life. जिंदगी में एक बार ही ऐसा मौका आता है. Okay, maybe for student fraternity, this is that chance. And believe me, there are students who are utilizing this time to the fullest. And if you will speak, maybe the toppers, those who are going to be the exam toppers in next year, probably if you interview them, if you'll ask them what was their key strategy, they would surely tell you that in the COVID situation where they got 7 to 8 months free time to study everything, that was the best time they utilized. Because people, students, they are using it. I hope you can also utilize this time and use it for learning new skills, or to give or devote some effort to your aim. Okay, so that was about the current situation that we have. But now I would like to take you through what are the different options that we have after our BTech. Okay, so all set, guys? Okay, so let's start our discussion for today, which is the career opportunities for the engineers. But before moving on to the career opportunity, I would like to show you some of the pictures which are truly the inspiration for engineers. These are the different fields in which people, those who are engineers, they have stepped out of that field and they have ventured into the other fields. Okay, and these are the people who are the most successful people in their life. There are many engineers who are doing wonders in other fields. They have followed their passion and then they are the champions of the industry now. Okay, to start with, I would like to quote the example of Dr. APJ Kalam. I hope all of you must be aware of him, what a great personality he was. Okay, Dr. APJ Kalam, he was an engineer, one of the greatest scientists of India. Okay, engineer being a scientist. Next personality is Nicholas Tesla. I think all of you must be knowing his name as well. He was also an engineer. Moving on to some of the famous personalities, those who are engineers. आजकल तो बड़ा नाम आ रहा है इनका. Okay, famous personalities. There are many engineers who are pursuing the career in the theater, in the arts. So they are pursuing it. Okay, they were engineers, but they have followed or they have pursued their passion. And when they have pursued that passion, they are the champions of their industry. Not only the theater, if we look on Anil Kumble, sports, there are many engineers who are very good sports person as well. Okay, cricket is one of the most favorite sport which is being like followed in India. Many of the engineering students, they are very good sportsmen. Okay, you can also explore if you are really good sportsmen. This field is also having a lot of engineers. Moving on, Raghuram Rajan, in the field of economics, one of the greatest economists of India, governor of RBI and heading many other world economic institutions. He was an engineer, followed his passion for economy, and then he is at this position. Okay, so this is also one of the famous personality you can take inspiration from. Moving on, politics, very popular, upcoming like career option for engineers as well. There are many young people, those who aspire to become politicians. Okay, there is a lot of necessity for the intellectuals in this field. Okay, there are many engineers who are going for the politics. Okay, because they want to do something good in the country. And truly, guys, there is a lot of scope in this field as well. There are many engineers who are pursuing it. Last but not the least, I would like to quote him. I hope everyone of you know him. Okay, Elon Musk, SpaceX. Okay, one of the greatest engineers, most favorite entrepreneurs nowadays. Okay, so these are some of the personalities. I have taken pictures of some of the personalities, but there are ample examples available. Those people are engineers. They have explored, ventured into different fields, and they are the champions of their industry. Okay, so guys, even if you have some aim in your life, you have some passion, try to follow that passion, and you can be there. You can be at the top of that passion. Okay, so I would like to quote one of the thoughts which is about the engineers, that engineers can do anything, and this is true, guys. Engineers are literally everywhere in the field. You will find many of the people, those who are really famous, they are engineers. Probably in their 20s or mid, like early 30s, none of them would have thought that they are going to be the best personalities. Okay, guys, in your age, when these people were there, they might have not even thought that they will reach at this level, but they constantly pursued like their career, whatever their option was, or whatever their aim was. They have followed that passion and they have reached to the height where they are the top people. Okay, so guys, I also believe that if you have some passion, if you follow that, being an engineer, you are an engineer, you are a very hardworking person, you can follow your passion, and surely I guarantee you, if you work hard, you will get the success in your life. Okay, so now once we have seen that these are the famous personalities, you can also be at their positions, maybe sometimes if you work hard. So now let's see what are the different options that we have for engineers once they are getting out of the BTech. Okay, so once when we are getting out of the BTech or out of the college, I have listed some of the options that we have. Okay, so to categorize, to start with the options that we have, the first option that we have, most of us might be having an aim to get a job. Okay, so the first option that we have is to go for the jobs. If you want to go for the jobs, generally in India, there are two categories in which jobs are classified. One is the government sector jobs, others are the private sector jobs. Okay, I think I don't need to tell you about what the difference between these two jobs is, because in India, जब से बच्चा जन्म लेता है तब से ही उसको पता होता है कि दोनों में से उसको कहां जाना है. Okay, because our parents, they feed us a lot of information about what are the benefits of government sector jobs. Still in this scenario in India, government sector jobs are one of the most satisfying career options you can go for. I don't say that the private sector jobs are not good. In coming times, maybe in coming 20 years, 30 years, India being a developing country, there would be a lot of requirement for the people, those who are really hardworking, those who can think better. Okay, in case of government sector jobs, the options that you are going to have, they might not be very lucrative, but those people who are really talented, those who are working hard, there are a lot of scopes in the private sector jobs. Okay, so I hope most of you have an idea about how the government sector jobs work, how the private sector job works. So these are the two options that you have after your BTech if you want to go for the job. If you want to have something else other than the job, then the one option that you have is you can go for either research and development or higher studies. Okay, I have clubbed these two because research and development mostly is preferring the students, those who have specialization, degrees like master's or PhD. Okay, so research and development is related to the higher studies. So that's why this is one option that I have kept it together. Okay, so you can go for higher studies, you can go for MTech, you can go for PhD, and then you can pursue your career into different fields. Either you can go into research and development, you can go into the jobs, or you can go into academia where you start teaching students. Okay, so this is also very lucrative option that we have for the student. Moving on, the last is the entrepreneurs. So these are the people, those who have their own company. They don't go for jobs. They go for creating the jobs. Okay, so these are the people, those who are coming up nowadays. Many of the startups, if you see India is one of the best countries in this time, current scenario, to have startups. So if you are really thinking of going for this, where you can create the jobs, then you cannot find a better situation than the current scenario. There is a lot of scope in India, a lot of service sector is going to come up in coming 30, 40 years. Okay, so for entrepreneurs, India is again one of the best options that you can go for. Okay, so these are some of the options where you can explore yourself. Now we will be moving on to see different options among these four that we have. Generally, this field is very open. This is very vast. It depends on your ideas, what you want to pursue. So we will not be talking much about the entrepreneurs, but we will be talking roughly about the remaining three portions. Okay. So once we have seen that these are the different options that we have, now let's see what are the different options we can have in all these three categories. Okay. So I'll start with the first option, the government jobs. So if you see the government jobs, the most premier jobs which you can think in India are through this exam, which is the civil services examination. Okay, so over here you will be appearing for the civil service examination, and once you are selected, you will be recruited on the post of IAS, IPS, IRS. So those are the central ministries in which administrative job you will be doing. Okay, so I don't need to tell you more about the civil services exam, because in India, I think all the students, they know about what the civil services exam is. And in their lifetime, they must have at least thought once of appearing in this exam. हर कोई सोचता है इसके बारे में. भले ही आप अभी नहीं सोच रहे हो, but आपकी लाइफ में कभी ना कभी आपने जरूर सोचा होगा कि यार इस एग्जाम के लिए मैं जरूर अपीयर होऊंगा. Okay, so this is mostly for the administrative job in different ministries. One of the most preferred option. The benefits or the status, the responsibility, the authority that you are going to get over here is immense. There is no other job which is equivalent to the civil services job, IAS jobs. Okay, so this is mostly for administrative services. This is open to everybody. Anybody who has a graduation, he can appear for this exam, and then he can be selected to the posts which are available through this exam. Moving on, since this is open to everybody and we are engineers, there is one more option that we have which is available only for the engineers, and that is engineering services exam. Engineering services exam is for the central government ministries, but that is only for the engineers. Why only engineers over here? Because we need people to manage different engineering projects. So there are many ministries in the center, those who run projects all over India. So to manage those projects or to run those projects, they need people, those who have engineering skill, engineering knowledge. Okay, and for that they conduct an exam which is called as the engineering services exam. This is one of the most the premier job in terms of engineering category. So many engineers go for this exam, and again the status, the authority, the responsibility that you get over here is equivalent to this exam. Okay, you will be sitting in a ministry where you will be doing the planning for the future. So maybe after 20 years, once you are selected in this exam, after 20 years, you will be sitting in a ministry that does the planning for whole country. Let's say you are the chief engineer in railways, and then you are planning how does the railway move or how the railway will move in next 30 years or 40 years. Okay, so that is what is the status for this exam. Moving on, there are some other institutions which are called as PSUs. PSUs are public sector undertakings. These are not the fully government bodies, but these are autonomous bodies which are running mostly similarly like this. Okay, these people or the PSUs, they also require engineers to run their projects. If I quote some of the PSUs, I hope you must be knowing about their name, but the most common PSUs that you see in India are BHEL, GAIL, then NTPC, then the oil companies which are BPCL, HPCL, IOCL. So these are some of the PSUs that they prefer engineers. And after your BTech, you can go for these companies. The best part about these companies is the facilities, what you are going to get. These are equivalent to engineering services, probably better. The salaries that you are going to get over here, they are better than this. Okay, so this is one of the most preferred option by engineers after BTech. Okay, so we have seen 3 options. Moving on, the next option that we have is the state engineering services. This exam is equivalent to the engineering services exam, which is conducted for the center. But this state engineering services exams are conducted by the states. So you have many ministries which are governed by the center. Similarly, we have many ministries under the state, and in these ministries, there will be many projects which will be running in the state. And to manage those projects, you need engineers. So guys, over here, if you see the numbers of vacancies which are available, compared to this this central engineering services, in the state engineering services, the vacancies are very high. So roughly we have around 500 vacancies every year over here. But if you see the vacancies over here, they are roughly 500 per state. In each state, you have 500, 600 vacancies. So a lot of vacancies available over here. And the status, the authority, the perks, the benefits that you are going to get, they are equivalent for these two. So whatever is the post that you are going to get over here, that is equivalent to your engineering services exam for the center. The only difference is over here, you will be sitting in the central ministries, mostly in the in Delhi region. But over here, you will be sitting in your state capital, because that is where most of the ministries would be lying. Okay, so again, guys, in the coming times, we have a lot of scope over here. There is not much of competition in these departments, because many of the students, they don't have idea about these exams. Okay, so these exams are conducted by separate states. They have ministries, they circulate the vacancy statements, and then they recruit it through exam. Okay, so many of the students, they are coming up with this exam, and then they are getting good jobs. Okay. Moving on, there is one more option that we have for government sector jobs, and that is defense services in India. आप लोगों ने हो सकता है NDA का फॉर्म भरा होगा. Because of some reason, you might not have been able to join that. But if you want to go for armed forces, आपके पास अभी भी एक option है. You can go through CDS. Okay, CDS is an exam which is almost like an NDA exam, and the procedure is also same as that of NDA exam. Okay, so if you are selected in this exam, you will be taken as an officer in the armed forces. Okay, so these are the 5 jobs which are mostly available for engineers or the graduates, and these are the most premier jobs that you see in India. Okay, so this we have talked about the government sector jobs. Now moving on, we would go for higher studies. So what are the different options that we have for higher studies? If you see different options that we have for higher studies, generally the most preferred option is to go for masters in the in IISc Bangalore or the 7 old IITs. So those are one of the best institutes in India for the higher studies. There are also other institutes like the new IITs which are set up recently, then the old NITs and triple ITs. So those are again the institutes which are really good in terms of research or higher studies. You can pursue that career. Moving on, there is an option to go for research and development, but this research and development is mostly preferred by the companies, those who have a specialization. Okay, Nowadays, there are many companies, multinational companies, they are coming to India and they are setting up their offices in India. Okay, so guys, there is a lot of scope for these research and development jobs, but that would only come, or the doorways to this job would only open if you have a specialization like your master's or PhD, because these are research jobs. They will be working on the cutting edge technology, which will be the technology for future. Okay, so for these jobs, mostly you have to have some specialization in your engineering. Okay, mostly MTech or PhD. Okay, so this was about the higher studies for engineers. There is one more option that you have available for higher studies or the jobs, that is going for management studies. Okay, MBA भी कर सकते हो आप BTech के बाद में. Okay, and if you want to go for management studies, what is the benefit you have over here? There are many companies or the multinational companies, they prefer managers to manage people. Okay, and if you see the recent trend, the management that you are going to do from these institutes, these are mostly the IIMs, one of the most premier institutes for management in India. Okay, if you have a management degree from IIMs, your value would be way higher as compared to your simple BTech. Okay, there are many companies which are preferring engineers, those who have a management degree, and that is the reason why the people, those who appear for this exam after the BTech, is going up. If you see the stats of people, those who have cleared this exam, more than 50% of the people, those who clear this exam, are engineers. More than 50%. Imagine, guys, number of engineers, those who clear the exam. Because companies prefer people, those who have management degree along with the engineering degree. So this is one more option that you have after your BTech. Over here, we have a slight some situation over here. If you want to go for management studies, the fee that is charged for the this course, the IIMs generally, they charge the fee of around 25 to 35 lakhs. So that is a small issue over here. If you don't have finance to finance these courses, probably you might face a problem. But if you can, you are able to pay the fee for these institutions, then it is really good option for you. Okay, you can explore it. If you have acumen for managing the things, then you can also go for these jobs. Okay, so these are about the higher studies. If we talk about the private sector jobs, we are not going to talk much on the private sector job because there is no specified method of recruitment for the private sector jobs. Generally, these people, they whenever they need people to hire, they will circulate the vacancies on the internet or on their site on some of the leading job portals, and then they will call people for the interviews. Once those interviews are done, they will select the candidate who is most suitable, and then they will call him to work with them, or they will offer him a job. Okay, so mostly private sectors, if you want to go for private sector, you have to keep looking for the different options or different vacancies that the companies circulate. You have to target few of the companies which might prefer you, or your qualification meets their requirement. And then you can apply for their interview, and then you can go for the interview. Okay, so again, the private sector jobs, I don't say these are not good options. In private sectors, if you are really talented, if you are really hardworking, then your progress could be way better than the government sector jobs. Okay, so these are also a good option that you can have. The only problem that you see over here is in the private sector, if you are going only on the basis of BTech, the package that they are going to offer would be very less. It would be somewhere around 3 to 6 lakhs. Okay, so the starting package that they offer is very less. But if you have some specialization like your master's or PhD, then you can go for these jobs, and then they offer a good package. Okay, so these are the options. There are few more options that we have which are not very popular, but many of the engineers go for. One of the option is the banking sector, other is the SSC. So many of the engineering student, they go for these options. Maybe you people also might have considered for going these, but I strongly recommend that you should not go for these only for these jobs. Mostly, if you see the competition in the SSC and IBPS or the banking sector, any of the graduate who has graduated, any graduate, they will go for these exams. So the competition that happens over here is huge. If you are preparing for any of these exams, which I have listed now, these are the top exams. If you are preparing for any of these exams, you can go for these exams as a backup. Okay, because sometimes the preparation for these exams takes a little longer. And in the meantime, to accommodate or to support yourself, you can go for these exams. There is one more option that we have, and that is the studies from abroad. There are many good universities which are like across the world. People pursue these universities and they do their masters and PhD, and then they go for career after doing their specialization. Okay, this is also a very good option that you have after BTech, but the only condition over here would be to go into or to get admission into the good colleges, you need to have your CV that would have something like you have technical papers. Okay, so you need to have some papers so that you can get admission into these universities. Okay, so guys, these were the different options that we have for the engineers after BTech. Now we will go into exploring some of the things that we can have. So once you have decided what are the different options that you have, now let's see what are the different paths I can choose from. Okay, so I'll be going for one of these options, but what are the different paths I can go to choose? Okay, so the first path that you have after your college is to go for college placements. Okay, if you want to go for a job, let's say you want to go for a job. Okay, so the first option that you have available is to go for placements. Okay, if you go for placements, there will be many companies which will be visiting your college. You can sit for their placement and then get recruited over there. Okay, this is one of the most or simplest option that students think of, and many of the students, they pursue this path. So once you are BTech, you will be having a job and then you will be working with the company. So that is one path that you can choose from. Mostly over here, if you want to see, these are the options which is available mostly by the private companies. And as I said, if you have BTech only, the private companies, they don't offer much of a package. If you are thinking of a good package or the good salary, good perks, then probably this might not be one of the best path you want to go for. So if you don't want to go for this, if you want to go for the best path, then what is the other path available? So the second path that is available is to go for competitive exams. There are many good government jobs, they recruit through the competitive exams. So when we talk about what are the different competitive exams available, I have listed almost all the exams into three categories. One are the engineering exams, second are the management exam, third are the non-tech exams. So I have listed these three categories or the different jobs into these three categories because the syllabus for these exams is almost similar. Okay, so if you the engineering exams, most of the engineering exams would have same syllabus. Whatever you are studying in the college, that would be the syllabus for almost all the engineering exams. If you talk about the management exams, exams like CAT, maybe other management studies exam, if you see the syllabus for all these exams, that would remain the same. And the last is the non-tech exams like SSC, IBPS, banking. Okay, civil services is also listed over here. Okay, so if you see the syllabus for all these exams, it is mostly the general knowledge and aptitude. Okay, so these are the three types of categories of exam that we have for which we can appear. Okay, so this is one more path that you have. You can go for competitive exams, and one of these competitive exams you can appear, you can get a job or whatever the placement that you are thinking of. Okay, moving on, there is one more option that we have, or the path that we have is to go for higher studies. I don't want to go for jobs. So when I don't want to go for these jobs, these two options are gone. The next option is the higher studies. If you want to go for higher studies, there are two paths available. One is to go for direct admission in the college, which you are preferring for. Second is again through the competitive exam. So if you want to go for higher studies, you can choose some of the colleges which are really good. If the colleges are good, if you can afford a direct admission, that is one of the best thing that you can have. But many of the colleges which are in India, they don't take direct admission. They take admission through a competitive exam, which is called as the GATE. Okay, so you can go for this competitive exam and then you can go for higher studies. Okay, so once we have chosen these paths, Now we will go a little deeper and see what are the different paths available for engineers. So the path which are over here, I have spoken general about anybody who wants to go for this path. Okay, but now let's see what are the different options that we have available for engineers, or which are one of the most favorite for engineers. Okay, so if you want to see what are the different options that we have for engineers, generally the competitive exams which are available for engineers are the engineering services exam, state engineering services exam, and then different JEE, RRB or assistant engineering or state PCS exams. So these are most of the competitive exams which covers the engineers. So we are talking only here about the engineering exams. We are not talking about the management and the non-tech exams, because we are engineers. We have done 4 years of engineering, and mostly we have done this because we have some acumen for engineering. We might be loving engineering. Okay, so if you are in this field, probably you might be thinking of going for these exams. So these are the different options that we have. We will discuss in detail about all these three as we go along. But initially, I'm discussing about what are the different options we have for engineers. Then going for the second option, that is the higher studies. In this, the competitive exam is the GATE. So GATE is, it's not only going for the higher studies. This exam has become very popular in the last 6-7 years. Okay, GATE exam is not popular only because of the higher studies or only because of the admission to different IITs and ISC, which are the premier institutes, okay, for research in India. But there are many other options which are available through GATE. Now let's see what are the different options which are available through GATE. So the first option that we see, which is available through GATE, is the MTech in IISc and IITs. Okay, so this is the first option. But there are different options. Let's see which are other options that we have through GATE. So the second option that you have through the GATE is the PSUs. So most of the PSUs which are in India, we have roughly around 35 plus Maharatna Navratna PSUs in India. Okay, and all of these PSUs, they recruit engineers through one exam, that is GATE. After 2012, 2013, the popularity of this exam has grown manifold is because of this PSUs. Most of the PSUs earlier, they used to conduct their own exam, but now they have started taking through GATE, and that is the reason why people have started taking up the GATE. There are more than 1,000 vacancies which are available with the PSUs every year, and they recruit through this exam, GATE. Okay, so because of this, the GATE is one of the most preferred competitive exams nowadays. Not only these PSUs, there are many other options that we have through the GATE. The next is the PSUs like DRDO, BARC. These are one of the most reputed institutions in India in terms of research. Okay, these are the research organization, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, DRDO. Okay, so these have also started taking through GATE. Okay, once they have started taking through GATE, if you have an ambition to be a scientist, probably you can go for this exam and then you can do your research over here. Not only the scientific research, if you see the option that is available through GATE is the management studies. There are many IITs which have an MBA course, but there are other institutes like NITI Mumbai, which have an MBA course in industrial engineering, and this course is very popular among the students. We will talk why this course is very popular among students. This is a management course, so engineers going for management, this is what happens over here. Okay, so you have management courses also available through GATE. Okay, now let's talk about the last option that we have through the GATE. There are foreign universities. Foreign universities which gives you direct admission through GATE. Based on your GATE score, they will give you direct admission for master's or PhD program. We will talk little bit more about this option. Okay, so if you see the GATE exams gives you an admission for the higher studies. GATE exams gives you a job, which is one of the most premier jobs. Over here, it gives you an option for the research. It gives you an option for the management. It gives you an option for the foreign universities. So because of all these options that are available through GATE, This exam has gained popularity in recent 5-6 years. And if you see the number of students, those who appear for this exam every year, roughly 10 lakh students appear for this exam. Almost maximum number of contested in an exam. Okay, so because of these options, the GATE has become very popular nowadays. So once we have seen different options, now let's discuss more about GATE. What are the different options which are available through GATE? What are the opportunities that we have through the GATE? Okay, so GATE is Graduate Aptitude Test for Engineers. This is conducted by 7 old IITs and ISC. So there are 8 colleges which conduct this exam every year. In 2021, Bombay would be conducting this exam. Moving on to what are the different eligibility criteria for this exam. So if we talk about the eligibility, the third year student, fourth year student, and the pass outs, they can appear for this exam. Third year students, they have been included this year. Till last year, only final year student and the pass outs were allowed to appear for this exam. But this year, they have also included third year. Okay, deadline for this is open. I hope there are 5 days remaining. So if any one of you have not applied for this exam, and if you want to take this exam, you can go and fill the application for this exam. Okay, exam would be conducted in February in 2021. Okay, let's talk about the age. This is an exam where there is no age limit. A student who is of age of 20, he can appear, or somebody who's at the age of 70, he can also appear for this exam. पता लगा कि ये एग्जाम आप दे रहे हो और आपके पीछे आपके पापा बैठ के एग्जाम दे रहे हैं. Okay, so there is no age limit in this exam. Anybody can appear for this exam, those who have a BTech degree. Okay, moving on, what are the percentage criteria? So in your BTech, whatever the percentage that you have, whatever the percentage, if you have 33%, if you have 40%, if you have 99%, or if you have 80%, any percentage, there is no minimum limit on the percentage. Okay, चाहे जो भी आपके percentage हो, you can appear for this exam. The only condition is you should be passing your exam. Okay, so in your certificate, final certificate, it should be written that you have cleared the exam. Okay, moving on, what are the different number of attempts? There is no limitation on number of attempts. As many number of times as you want to appear for this exam, you can appear. One very curious thing over here, backlogs. If you have backlogs in any of your semester exams, still you can appear. The only condition is when you are going for the admission to IITs or other colleges, you should have a degree which is saying that you have passed it. So when you are going to take the admission in masters, at that time you must have cleared all your backlogs. भले ही चाहे आपने सारे बैकलॉग फोर्थ ईयर में ही क्लियर क्यों ना किए हो. ओके, सो देयर इज नो कंडीशन ऑन द बैकलॉग. आपके बैकलॉग क्लियर्स होंगे जब आप ज्वाइन करोगे. उस टाइम तक अगर आपने क्लियर कर लिए, देन यू आर एलिजिबल. एंड वन ऑफ द बेस्ट थिंग अबाउट दिस एग्जाम इज वैलिडिटी ऑफ स्कोर. This score is valid. This score is going to be valid for 3 years. So whatever you have scored this year, based on this score, you can take admission for the next 3 years in any of the college of your choice. ओके, तो ये आपको ऑप्शंस देता है. इस साल आपको एमटेक करने का मन है, नहीं मन है, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, नेक्स्ट साल शुरू करेंगे. नेक्स्ट साल भी नहीं करने का मन है, चलो कोई बात नहीं, नेक्स्ट टू नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन, नेक्स्ट ईयर शुरू करेंगे. ओके, सो देयर विल बी 3 ऑप्शंस दैट विल बी अवेलेबल टू यू. तीनों साल में से आप कभी भी एडमिशन लेना चाहते हैं, यू कैन टेक. दिस इज द ओनली एग्जाम विच गिव्स यू दिस फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. दुनिया में कोई और एग्जाम नहीं है जो ऐसी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी देता हो कि 3 साल बाद भी आप आराम से कर सकते हैं. ओके, so this was about the eligibility. Let's see what type of questions are asked in this exam. So this exam is conducted online nowadays. There is only one paper which consists of 100 marks, and you will be given 3 hours to appear for this exam. Okay, so 3 hours, 100 marks, there will be 65 questions. Those questions will be divided in 2 sections. The first section would be the general aptitude, which will consist of 15 marks. The second would be technical and mathematics, that would consist of 85 marks. Okay, so this is 15 marks, this is 85 marks, total will be 100. In these 15 marks, there will be 5 questions of 1 mark and then 5 questions of 2 mark. Okay, in this technical section, which consists of your technical subjects plus mathematics, out of these 85 marks, there will be 25 questions of 1 mark and then 30 questions of 2 mark. So this is the exam pattern. You have 65 questions, you have 3 hours and total 100 marks. Okay, once we have seen number of question and the pattern, let's see what are the different types of question that we see in this exam. So in this exam, you will be seeing three type of question. First is the MCQ, which is multiple choice question. These will be the question in which each question will be having 4 options. Out of those 4 options, there will be only one which will be correct. Okay, so MCQ, there will be 4 options, and out of that, only one will be correct. There is second category, which is the multiple selection question. This has been added this year. So this is the first time they have this type of question, that will be multiple selection question. In multiple selection question, there will be a question who's having 4 options. But out of those 4 options, more than one can be correct. Okay, and if you want full marks for that, you should have all the options right. अगर किसी क्वेश्चन के 3 ऑप्शन है, 3 करेक्ट हैं, तो अगर आपने सिर्फ 2 ही लगाए हैं, so answer will be wrong. You have to mark all 3, and if you mark all 3, then only you will get the full marks. Okay, so that is multiple selection question. The third category is the numerical answer type. In numerical answer type, you will not be having any of the options. You have to solve the question and you have to write your answer in the answer sheet. Okay, so there are 3 types of question. One is the multiple choice, multiple selection, and numerical answer type. There is one thing over here, negative marking. If you see multiple choice question, in multiple choice question, there is a negative marking of 1/3 marks. Okay, so अगर आपने गलत किया question, तो आपके negative हो जाएंगे 1/3. In case of multiple selection and numerical answer type, there is no negative marking. Okay, so this is all about the pattern that we have for the exam. Now, let me take you through some of the data for this exam. So now I'm showing you some of the scores of the toppers. So in 2020, the toppers, those who have scored the marks, are over here. These are the different streams. Okay, so if you see the marks of the toppers, why am I showing you this? I am showing you this because this is what should be your target. आपका टारगेट ये होना चाहिए कि नेक्स्ट जब भी आप एग्जाम में अपीयर होंगे, यहां पे आपका नाम होगा, यहां पे आपके मार्क्स होंगे. Okay, so guys, this should be your target. Out of 100, these should be the marks that you should be getting. And believe me, if you are on this position, अगर आप यहां पे हैं, your life is going to be way different than you have imagined, ever imagined. Way different, vast opportunities. You can go and do whatever you want. अगर आपको गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर जॉब में जाना है, you can go into government. If you want to go into private, if you want to go into higher studies, if you want to go to foreign universities, anything. Okay, so this is what is the target that you should be aiming for. Or believe me, you can achieve this. To achieve this target, the only thing that is required is little sincerity and hard work. And I hope all of you have that. Little sincerity and willingness for the hard work. Engineers, remember engineers, they can do anything. Engineers can do anything. And believe me, every year students are doing. If they are doing, you can also do it. Okay, so these are the scores of the toppers that I'm showing, and we should be targeting this. There is another data that is quite relevant for the students over here, and that is what I am saying is the qualifying marks. Qualifying marks are defined as the minimum marks which you should fetch so that you can be called as at least as an engineer. So this is the minimum qualification to call yourself as an engineer. अगर आपके इतने marks आते हैं, then you will be qualifying this GATE exam. And why is GATE giving this score? GATE is giving this score to tell you that you are an engineer, and if you have achieved these marks, then you can be employable. आपको थोड़ी बहुत engineering आती है. Okay, so if you get this minimum score, which is the qualifying marks, then GATE says that you can be employable. There are many companies who prefer the students, those who are going for the interviews, they ask for the qualifying score, whether you have qualified this exam or not. And those who don't qualify this exam, mostly they are not even allowed for interviews. Why is it that it becomes very important? I'll tell you why. Okay, so now if you see, there are roughly 10 lakh students, those who apply for this exam. Only 1,20,000 students, they qualify this exam. Roughly 16% of the students can only qualify. Out of 100 students, there are only 16 students Those who are qualifying this exam. That means only 16 are getting score which is more than 34. Very alarming situation in India. Very, very alarming. 84% of the engineers, those who are getting out of the college, they are not worth employing. So this is a statement about the India that most of the engineers, those who are getting out of the college, they are not even worth employing. Very alarming situation, guys, very alarming. If you are an engineer and if you cannot score 34 marks out of 100, imagine that where you lie. Okay, so this is very important. But again, as I said, your aim should be not qualifying the exam. Your aim should be what? It should be reaching at the top position. And if you have that, then your life would be way, way better. Okay, so once we have seen this, now let's see what is the pattern of the exam. Again, the exam is conducted online nowadays. So there will be a computer screen on which the questions will be flashing. It would look something like this, and then you have to attempt these questions. Before 2017, there were physical calculators allowed, but nowadays the calculators are not allowed over here. Okay, you will be given a calculator which will be on your screen, and you have to do the calculation over there. Okay, so imagine, guys, that you are having this calculator and then you are having a mouse and then you are hovering your mouse to type these digits. So nowadays the competition has become like very difficult because the scientific calculator, you don't have much of the practice for the scientific calculators, and it consumes a lot of time to do the calculation. You don't have physical calculators. You have this calculator which is on your screen. And imagine moving your mouse on this calculator. It will take a lot of time. Physical calculators, you have very good speed and you can get an answer in 1 minute. But over here, you will require more than twice the time, because the time which you are going to do the calculation, it will be wasted over here. Okay, so guys, for this exam, if you see, this is a different pattern, and based on this different pattern, you have to practice yourself. If you don't practice, you are not going to get a good score in this exam. So if you ask me what this exam is all about, I would say this exam is all about speed and accuracy. Speed because you have only 3 hours, you have to attempt 65 questions, and then you have a scientific calculator which is on the screen. आपको mouse को control में रखना है बहुत. Okay, so you need lot of speed. If you have speed, the next thing is the accuracy. यहाँ पे negative marking है and you have to be 100% sure in a question. अगर आपने गलत कर दिया, you will be going to have negative marking. Okay, so there are two things that is required for this exam, which is speed and accuracy. And if you have speed, if you have accuracy, believe me, nobody can stop you from getting the success. Okay, so this speed and accuracy, it can only be achieved with the practice. You have to practice maximum. You have to practice more and more. If you practice more, then only you can get the success in this exam. Okay, so now once we have seen the pattern, now let's see what are the different opportunities that we have through the gate. So if we talk about the first opportunity that we have through the gate, the first opportunity that we talked about is the masters. Okay, you want to go for higher studies, you can go for higher studies in ISC Bangalore and different IITs. There are different colleges, ISC Bangalore, 23 IITs, NITs and triple IITs, which offer a course in the higher engineering like masters and PhD. Okay, what is good thing about all these colleges, which are the government colleges? They have the experienced faculty, most experienced faculties. The people, those who teach, they are the premier teachers, or they are the most influential people in that field. Maybe they are the one who have written some, or who have some of the formulas that you study in their name. Okay, they might be Nobel Prize winners. They are doing cutting edge research in their domain. And these are the people whom will be teaching you. So these people they are highly experienced faculties. Okay, lot of knowledge. Okay, so you get to study from these teachers. Next would be the world-class facilities. Guys, in these colleges, the facilities that you are going to get, you cannot even think of. Imagine that you are going into ISC and then you are working or you are solving your problem on a supercomputer. You might have not even imagined that one day you will be doing some research which you will be running on India's fastest computer. Okay, fastest computer in India. Okay, so these have world-class facilities. And then the next thing is the placements. These colleges are known for their placements. Okay, if you talk about what are the most lucrative jobs that you get for engineers, those would be in these colleges. Okay, so once you get out from these colleges, the options that you'll be having will be immense. Okay, so that was the first option that we have through the gate, that is to go for your masters and PhD. The next would be different PSUs. So as we have already talked about, there are more than 35 PSUs which recruit through this gate, more than 1,000 plus vacancies that they have. In case of selection procedure for PSUs, generally they have gate score and then they conduct GD and interview. The weightage of the gate score is roughly around 85%, remaining 15% weightage would be on this. Okay, so if you have a very good gate score, if your rank is very good, then automatically the chances of getting that job becomes very high. Okay, so this is the selection procedure for PSUs. Generally, some of the PSUs, they have a few more criterias. One criteria is on the age. So some of the companies, they have, some of the PSUs, they have minimum age criteria of around 24, maximum around 30. So these age criteria, they are generally different for different PSUs. Some of them might have 23, some of them might have 21. So whichever is the PSU that you are targeting for, you should see the age criteria for that PSU. Okay. The next thing that they have is the minimum percentage that you have in your BTech. So these PSUs are very particular about the score that you have in your BTech. So guys, this is where your college becomes very important. ऐसा हो नहीं सकता कि गेट ने आपको फ्रीडम दे दिया कि कितने भी परसेंटेज लेके आओ, हम आपको लेंगे. There is a limitation over here. Even if you are first ranker, and you don't have 60%, none of the PSU is going to take you. None of the PSU. अगर आप बोलेंगे भी कि मैं first ranker हूं, they will say we don't care. So your college is very important, guys. You have to work hard in college. You have to take use, or you have to take maximum use of your teachers. They are really, really experienced faculties. Okay, they can guide you, take their help. If you need anything, just go to your teachers and discuss your problem. They are the people, those who can build your career. Okay, you should always be discussing your career details or your career aspirations with your teachers. Okay, and then they can help you in build your career. So guys, this becomes very important in the college. You have to score at least 60% if you are targeting the PSUs. Okay. Moving on, I said that there is one option that we have, that is to go for management studies in the NITI Mumbai. So NITI Mumbai gives 3 programs which are the MBA programs, and they have mostly in the industrial engineering. They have an intake of around 200 students. What is good thing about NITI Mumbai? That after passing from NITI Mumbai, there will be more than 125 recruiters, those who visit the college every year. And the average package that was there for 2019, it was 19 lakhs. This was the average package. The highest was 47 lakh. Imagine that you are getting this package once you are out of this college. And this is the reason why many of the students, those who want to have an additional degree of MBA, okay, they go for this college. Many of the students, they don't even prefer PSU. They don't even prefer IITs and IISc Bangalore. They go for NITI Mumbai because they are going to get a management degree along with the engineering degree, and the gateways to the management side would be open after this. Okay, so this is what is NITI Mumbai. Guys, if you are thinking of an MBA, you can surely target this college. Moving on, there are other research institutes like BRC, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, DRDO. They are the premier research institute in India. They also have some programs like 1-year program or 2-year program, where they will recruit through GATE, and then they will be appointing you the scientist once you are out of that program. Okay, so you can go for BARC as well. There are different programs with CSIR. I hope you must have heard about this, this institution. CSIR has got more than 38 plus laboratories in India. They are the research laboratories, premier research laboratories in India. And for those research laboratories, they roughly take 120 people, JRF. These are junior research fellow. and they give integrated degree. They give integrated degree of 5 years, which is masters and PhD both together. Okay. Once you have done this degree, probably you will inducted into these laboratories as scientist. So there is one more option that you have for if you want to go for research or higher studies, that is to go for CSIR. Let's discuss the last option, which I said is very lucrative, and that is going for foreign universities. So guys, there are many universities in world, they prefer GATE score nowadays. Okay, so there is a university which is called as NUS, National University of Singapore. This is ranked as second in Asia and among the top 10 in the world. Okay, this university gives a preference to the GATE students. So those who have very high GATE score, like roughly rank around 20 or 25, they will give you direct admission to their MS program. Not only the direct admission, they will be giving you a stipend of roughly around $2,500 to $3,000 per month. $3,000 per month. Imagine 2 lakh rupees, they are giving you only the stipend. And then you are doing your masters from this university. Once you are doing masters from this university, for PhD, surely you would be going to maybe Massachusetts, Oxford, Stanford. Okay, and if you have done your PhD from these universities, I don't have to tell you guys what your options will be. Okay, I don't have to tell you what your options will be if you are a master's, if you are a PhD from Oxford or Stanford. Okay, immense opportunities. जहां आप जाना चाहते हो वहां पे जा सकते हो. Maybe you can be next Elon Musk, or maybe you might be heading NASA. Okay, so lot of opportunities. The only condition is this. And for this, what is the condition? You should be having a very good score in GATE. Not only NUS, there are other universities like Nanyang University, that is also in Singapore, they also prefer. There are universities in Germany, they also prefer GATE score. There are universities in Canada, there are universities in New Zealand, so they prefer a GATE score. If you have a good GATE score, you can go for these universities, and after doing your masters from these universities, probably you will be doing your jobs in foreign countries, and the salaries that you will be getting from those getting in those countries would be roughly around 5 to 7 times more as compared to India. Okay, so roughly the starting salaries that you get in these countries like Germany or Singapore, US, Europe is around 60 to 70 lakhs in terms of Indian rupees. Okay, so guys, lot of opportunities if you want to, if you go for the foreign universities. But the only condition is you should be having a very good GATE score. Okay, so these are some of the options that we have through GATE. Now we will move to some other options. But before moving on to the other option, this is Wall of Fame where like I am showing you some of the faces, those who have got the best scores in their field. They are the toppers and they were from ADZ. Not only these toppers, if you see the numbers, 61 selection in top 10, 99 in top 20 and 484 in top 100. Those were ADZ students. Maybe in coming future, your name or your photo would also be like I would be showing to some other students. Okay. Okay, so we have seen the GATE. Now quickly let's see some of the other options that we have. Second option is the engineering services exam. I hope you all must have heard about this exam. This is equivalent to the civil services that is I told you. This has got lot of recognition, responsibility, authority. Okay. Some key feature about this exam is conducted by UPSC every year. This is for Group A gazetted officer and mostly related to the central ministries. Okay, this exam is conducted in 4 branches, which is civil engineering, mechanical, electrical and electronics. And students from other branch, like agar aap in 4 mein se kisi mein nahi ho, then also you can take any of these branches and you can appear for their paper and you can get selected. Agar aap select ho jate hain us paper mein, then you will be taken up for this job. Okay, so let's say a computer science guys, they want to go for engineering services, they can take up the paper of electronics and then they can appear for the exam. Okay, what are the different eligibility criteria? So eligibility criteria are same as GATE. So minimum percentage, no criteria, no criteria on number of attempts. BTech is the equivalent degree, or equivalent degree is what is the minimum qualification. The only thing that we have is they have minimum and maximum age. Minimum is 21, maximum is 30. This age is relaxed by 3 years and 5 years for category students. Okay, so only limitation on the age. Otherwise, there is no limitation. If you have a past degree, you can appear for this exam. This exam pattern is similar to the civil services. So exam would be conducted in three phases: pre, mains, and the interview. Pre would consist of 500 marks, mains would consist of 600 marks, and interview would be for 200. Total will be 1300 marks, and out of those 1300 marks, your rank would be decided. Okay. Again, I would like to give you some of the numbers. So roughly around 4 lakh students apply for this exam every year. Out of those, 2,50,000 roughly appear for the exam. And then out of those, roughly around 500 students, they get selected. Okay, so if you see, there are 4 lakh students, those who apply, and 500 are selected. So if you want to see what is this exam easy, certainly this is not easy, because out of 4 lakh, only 500 are selected. But if you ask me whether this is difficult, this is not difficult, because out of these 4 lakhs, roughly 10,000 students are the serious students, those who are targeting this exam. Okay, so only 10,000 students, they are preparing for this exam. And out of those 10,000, 500 are selected. Not a bad ratio. Okay, so this exam is not very difficult. I would say it is not very easy exam also, but it is possible. You can do this. 500 students every year do this. You can be one of them. Okay, the only thing required is little bit of sincerity and hard work. Okay, again, the picture of some of the students. So if you see over here, all the 4 branches toppers, they were from ADC. Not only the 4 branches toppers, if you see over here, 40 in top 10, 40, all the students in top 10, they were from ADC. Roughly 70% of the students, they are classroom students. And if you see the number over here, out of 494, 465 students in 2019, they were ADC students. Okay, you can also be here in the next years. Okay, so that was all about engineering services exam. Again, the MADESY ceremony over here, we felicitate the students, those who score good marks or if they get selection in the engineering services exam. Okay, so we have talked about 2 exams. One is the GATE, other is engineering services. Now let's talk about some of the other options that we have. And those are the state engineering services exam. So I told you guys, there are state engineering services exam as well, where there is very less competition, and the benefits and the salaries of the people, those who are doing the job, they are equivalent to engineering services exam. So let's see what are the different options that we have in different state engineering services exam. So there are many departments in the state. Departments like electricity board, civil services, transportation department, water resource department, public works department. They are the departments, they conduct these exams. Okay, every year exams are conducted for these departments. There are many vacancies which are floated on the internet or on the sites of these exams, and then they are recruiting the people. Okay, so there are many options which are available in the state. These will again be for Group A gazetted officers. They will be sitting in the state capitals. Okay, so guys, you have many options, options like GATE, options like engineering services, options like state engineering services or PSC exam. There is one very good thing about all these exams, and that is the syllabus. Engineering syllabus remains same. The syllabus for all these exams which we have talked about, that is same. If you prepare for one exam, you appear for all the exams, and then you can get a good rank in all the exams. Okay, so the only condition that is required is you prepare for one of the exams, and then you will be selected in most of these exams. So guys, you can do prepare for one exam, and then you can sit for these different exams. Okay, again, if I show you, these are some of the students, those who have scored the first rank in these exams. They were not specifically preparing for these exams, but they have prepared for one of those exams like GATE or engineering services, and then they have also set for these exams and scored the rank. Okay, so now if you ask me what should be your strategy, what is the one thing that you need so that you hit the exam in first chance? If you want to hit the bullseye in the first chance, you have only one chance. Well, first chance is always the best chance. So if you ask me what should be the strategy to crack these exams in the first chance. Okay, so I have my last slide over here where I would be talking roughly about what is the strategy or what is the path that you need to get success in these exams. Okay, so to start with, what are the different steps to success? The first step to success is the aim. What is your aim? What do you want to be? You have to think about it. What is your aim? If you have some aim, that means you have taken your first step. बहुत लोग होते हैं जो सोच ही नहीं पाते हैं कि मुझे क्या करना है, और जब तक वो सोच नहीं पाते हैं तब तक वो लाइफ में आगे नहीं मूव करते. The moment you have an aim, you will start working on that aim. So the first thing that you need to have for the success is aim. What is your aim? And once you have the aim, there is very important question that you need to ask yourself, and that is, why am I following this aim? You should ask yourself, why this aim? If you don't ask yourself this question, you might land up somewhere after 5 years or 10 years, and then you will see that you have not achieved your goal because you did not ask yourself why. आप बोलते हैं कि मुझे प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनना है, और आपने ये नहीं पूछा कि क्यों बनना है. मैंने आपसे पूछा कि आप प्राइम मिनिस्टर क्यों बनना चाहते हैं, and you had no answer. You didn't like politics, you had no interest in social service. But then you said कि मुझे प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनना है क्योंकि फेम है उसमें. But that could not be the only reason why you want to pursue your aim. Okay, so it's very important that you ask yourself why you want to achieve that aim. And if that answer is not very proper, maybe you might land up somewhere जहां पे आप भटक गए होगे. Okay, so it is very important that you ask yourself why you want to pursue that aim. Once you have the proper answer to this, now you can go ahead for the next thing, and that is the planning. Over here, you need to plan yourself as what should be the path which you will be taking to achieve your goal. Okay, so this is the path that you plan, and once you have this path laid, you should scrutinize this plan. Scrutinizing this for the best plan. एक जगह से दूसरी जगह तक जाने के there could be infinite number of ways. Which one is the best way? And that comes after scrutinizing. आपका एम जो आपको अचीव करना है उसके लिए बहुत रास्ते हो सकते हैं. आपको प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनना है, यू कैन बी like a local MLA first, then you can go for MP, and then you can go for the prime minister. The second path could be something different. आप डायरेक्ट ही लोकसभा या राज्यसभा इलेक्शन के लिए खड़े हो गए. Okay, so there could be multiple paths, and which is the best path? So that comes over here. You scrutinize different plans that you have, and you choose the one which is the best. Once you have a plan that is the best plan, then you can go ahead and start working on your plan. You work hard, you follow your passion, and after some time you will see that you have achieved the success. So these are some of the steps that you need to follow to get success in your in your life or whatever the aim that you have. Let's understand this again from a simple example. थोड़ा सा example के साथ समझते हैं कि इसको कैसे कर सकते हैं. Okay, so let's say there was a guy who had an aim to go for DRDO scientist. He wanted to become DRDO scientist. The next question was why he wanted to become DRDO scientist, and he said, I love to design fighter aircrafts. So that was the why. He wanted to design the aircraft, and because of that, he wanted to be a DRDO scientist. So अब पता लग गया कि क्यों बनना है. So now what is the plan? Plan is you can be DRDO scientist once you clear the gate, because DRDO recruits through gate. अगर आपने गेट क्लियर कर लिया है अच्छे से, then you can go for DRDO scientist. Okay, so you appear for the gate. Now you scrutinize. गेट के एग्जाम गेट के लिए appear होंगे. What would be the best path? So to choose the best path, there are many paths available, but one of them could be like you enrolled in MADESY. MADESY is one of the best institutes, and then you want to become or you want to appear for the gate exam after. Yeah. Okay, so once you have enrolled, next path is to strive. So you are in MADESY, you are studying hard, you are working hard, and then once you have worked hard, you appeared for the exam, and surely in the exam you are going to get a good rank. Okay, so that is how the different ladders move to achieve the success. Okay, guys, so this was all what I had in my presentation. There is a small thing which I would like to show you in your path. How could MADESY help? MADESY has got 3 programs, classroom programs. These are classroom programs. One is for GATE and ESE, other is for GATE, and third is for the students, those who have those who are working professionals. For them, we have a classroom course which is weekend batch. which is conducted on Saturday and Sunday. You can join any of these courses and then you can prepare for the different exams which I have listed. We also have social media presence where you can go and explore about the different things that you want to see. You want to see different lectures, video lectures, or some motivational talks. So we have presence on social media. You can explore our site. You will find many videos which will be helpful for your career. So these videos are also shared on these platforms. You can go and explore. In case you have any questions or you have any doubt, you can like give us a call. Probably we will try to solve that query. You could give us a call, and if you have any doubt, we will try to connect you to the expert, those who can solve your query. So that was all I had, guys. Now, would you like to have any question which you want me to answer? So I have got some of the questions. So I'll take some of the question. Okay. So the first question is how to start preparation from second year. So Harshit. Okay. So Harshit, you have asked how to start your preparation from second year. So guys, second year or third year is the best time to start your preparation because you will be having 2 to 3 years. So as I said, Harshit, like we have different programs where you can enroll yourself. So if you are a college going student, if you can afford to join our weekend batch, which is on Saturday and Sunday, that batch will be for 2 years. So probably you can join that batch and you can start your preparation if you want. The next
sir,
question is from
one question is
by
from a student
Ayush,
named
and
Rupesh.
you are saying you are talking about our goals and passion, but I'm still struggling to find out my real goal in life. How to identify it? Okay, so Ayush, like this is a common problem. It is not only you, but there are many students, those who might be thinking about this option. So as I have shown you, there are many options that you have. So before joining your engineering college, you might have thought of some plans for the life. Okay, आप engineering college में आए हो, उसके साथ साथ आप कुछ और भी कर रहे होगे. So the only thing that I would like to tell you is you are not having a goal because you have not probably you don't have the right knowledge. आपके पास बहुत सारा knowledge नहीं है कि what are the different options that you might have. Okay, so just try to go and explore what are the different options that you can have. And buddy, there is no very like a bad situation about this. You still have a lot of time. You can explore the different fields that you like. हो सकता है आप you ask yourself what are your hobbies, and from those hobbies probably you can find what your aim should be, because hobbies are your interest. Okay, and if you have good hobbies, then probably you can pursue your career in line of that hobbies, because that will be field which you will be enjoying once you start working in that. Okay, so try to explore different options. Try to see what are the different, if you can connect to some other people, and then try to see what options you can have. The next question is about Vasu, is from Vasu. Your question is how to retain the complete subject for a long time. Okay, so Vasu, this question is also about the preparation strategies. So retaining the question for a longer time would need that you have to study that subject for like multiple times. अगर मैं आपको बोलूं कि DDLJ यहाँ पे ये स्टेप कैसा हो रहा है, तो आपने 5 बार अगर DDLJ देखी है तो छठी बार आप पक्का बता दोगे कि DDLJ में अब क्या होने वाला है, because वो चीज आपने multiple times देखी है. So again, for the students, those who want to retain, or like most of you want to retain the knowledge which you are studying. So the only thing that is about retaining this is to study maximum number of times. 2 बार, 3 बार, 4 बार या 5 बार जब आप पढ़ेंगे तभी जाके आपको चीजें याद रहेंगी. ओके, एंड यू हैव टू स्टडी विजुअली. आपको चीजें देखनी है, ऐसा नहीं कि आपने हेडफोन लगाया एंड देन यू आर लिसनिंग टू द वीडियो लेक्चर्स. नो, जितना बार ज्यादा आप देखेंगे चीजों को, जितना बार ज्यादा आप बुक से पढ़ेंगे, उतना ज्यादा आप रिटेन कर पाएंगे. सो दैट इज फॉर द लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशन.
Sir, I request
Again,
you to
Vasu,
be on
you
the
are asking
screen.
while seeing
Sir,
a new question in exam, where you are stucking and wasting time, which increase pressure and demotivate during exams. How to manage that paper? So Vasu, again, this is very common this is very common problem that most of the students face. So sometimes they get stuck on one question, and if they cannot solve that question, the pressure increases. Okay, and you lose your temperament in the exam, and that is the region where the practice comes first. Okay, अगर आपने पहले से ही एग्जाम के पहले से ही बहुत प्रैक्टिस की है, लेट्स से यू हैव अपीयर्ड फॉर 20 to 30 पेपर्स, 20 से 30 पेपर के लिए जब आपने पहले ही एग्जाम से पहले जब प्रैक्टिस कर रहे होगे तो आपके पास ऐसी सिचुएशन बहुत बार आई होगी. ओके, और ऐसी सिचुएशन में आपको पता लगा होगा कि जिन क्वेश्चंस पे स्टक होते हैं, दोज क्वेश्चन विच टेक्स लॉन्गर, लाइक जिनमें 2 मिनट ऑलरेडी वेस्ट कर चुके हो, देयर इज नो पॉइंट इन वेस्टिंग 1 more minute, बिकॉज अगर आप 2 मिनट तक उस क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं निकाल पाए हो, इट इज वेरी लाइकली दैट यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू सॉल्व दैट इन नेक्स्ट 3 minutes. So the preferred option is to leave that question and then go for other question. जब आप सारे क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट कर लेंगे, लास्ट में जब आपके पास टाइम बचेगा, यू कैन अगेन गो बैक टू दैट क्वेश्चन जिसको आपने छोड़ा था, एंड बिलीव मी, हो सकता है उस टाइम आप वो क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर दो, बिकॉज the state in which you are sitting, that is little difficult. ओके, 3 घंटे आपके पास, यू हैव टू अटेम्प्ट 65 क्वेश्चन. अगर आप किसी क्वेश्चन पे स्टक हो जाओगे, यू माइट लूज क्वेश्चंस विच आर इजी. Okay, next question is Ayush. He's asking, academically, I have not been a good student in the past, but now I have started to work on my academics. Is it too late for me? Ayush, buddy, I would like to assure you that there is no late. If you ask me, I did my BTech, I worked for 3 years. And then after 3 years working in an industry, I came back for my GATE exam. Okay, so there is nothing which is called as late. I came after working for 3 years. I worked for 3 years in industry, and in that industry, I felt that this is not the location where I really belong. And then I came back, I appeared for GATE, I went for my master's, and then I started my career. Okay, so late कुछ नहीं होता है, जब जागो तभी सवेरा. Okay, so no point in losing your heart, buddy. Start working from today, and believe me, not just after 4th year, but maybe after 1 year, after your 4th year, still you will be very, very young to start your career. Okay, so no point in getting demotivated. बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं जो 4th year के बाद में स्टार्ट करते हैं. 4th year तक उनको पता ही नहीं होता क्या करना होता है. They start after 4th year, and then they do marvels. Okay, so no point in losing heart. There is a question from Arunesh. How many test series one should join for GATE, and what should be the proper way to analyze it? Also put some light on the proper revision parts. So if you talk about the revision, so there should be proper revisions for the subject. So before going to exam, guys, at least you should be having 3 to 4 revisions for each subject. Because to retain the thing for a longer duration, you need at least 3 or 4 revisions. Okay, so you should be having regular revisions. So if you want to go for the revision strategy, we have many lectures or many videos on MadeEasy site which tells you about what is the best revision strategy. So maybe Ayush, you can Arunesh, you can explore the MadeEasy website, and then over there you will find some of the videos which help in revising the thing. Regarding the test series, you should be taking test series in such a way that you get enough time to study for the subjects, and then you get enough time to appear for the test series. You should not go for many of the tests, because there is no point in appearing for the test if you don't revise your subjects. Okay, so there should be a judicious decision between the number of tests. So if you ask me, before going for exam, there should be roughly around 20 to 30 papers that you must have appeared for. They are not necessary to be only the test series, but those should be the paper to judge your temperament in the exam. Okay, so that you are prepared for the exam. So for that, you should be appearing for roughly 20 to 30. The number could vary between the students. Okay, those students, those who have really good temperament, they can also get very good score only after appearing for maybe 10 tests. Okay, so this depends on you guys as how many papers that you need to appear. You should decide on this. But my suggestion would be to go for 20 to 30. Then Satyam is asking, what are the opportunities, especially for jobs after doing PhD from premier institutes like ISC or IITs? So, Satyam, if you ask me, there are many research jobs which are available after doing your master's and PhD. Once you go to these colleges, so maybe since you are in BTech, you might be thinking about the prospects of job after going for PhD. But there are many options available which you can explore after going for PhD. So if you are going for PhD, I am sure 90% of the students, those who go for PhD from very good institutes, they don't want to go for jobs after PhD. They want to go for research and they apply for many of the like academia posts. So you will be sitting or you will be interested in joining a teaching post in IITs or like premier institutes, and there you want to continue in academia where you are a teacher, you are teaching the students, those who are young minds, and then parallelly you are working on your projects or the research project. So that is one of the options that you have, and probably you will explore it once you are doing your master's and PhD. So if you have interest in research or if you want to go for higher studies, then probably don't think about the job after PhD, but instead think of the options that you can have. There are many premier institutes like ISRO, DRDO, BARC. These prefer the students, those who have PhD from very good colleges. So that could be one option. Utkarsh, you are asking that can you suggest strategy for the students who can't afford coaching for GATE? So Utkarsh, if you ask me that for the if you cannot afford coaching through GATE, so I would recommend that you can do your self study. Maybe you can take help of your teachers, but you can order the material, study material from the institute, where you will get some idea about what is the exam pattern which is being followed. You will get the material which is very specific to the exam. So there will be many question papers which will be designed focusing that you want to appear only for the GATE or ESE or different state engineering services. Okay, so if you cannot afford coaching, then there is no point in losing your heart. You can take the study material, because that will help in guiding you what are the different types of questions that are in exam. Okay, and if you work according to that, probably you will also get selected. There is one more question by Ritik, sir. How can we manage GATE preparation with college timing? So guys, believe me, there is the GATE exam which is there, that is not on the different front as compared to your the college. Whatever is asked in the GATE is exactly the same that is being taught in the college. Okay, so study hard in college, make use of your teachers. So in the class when you are sitting, don't think of the lectures to be only the lectures. Just try to learn something from the lectures. Okay, and believe me, if you make good work in the classes, then you will be very much in a comfortable position to appear for the exam. And if you think the classes to be only classes and you don't try to learn over there, then probably you are going to waste time, because whatever time that you are going to that this college is going to utilize, you will think of this as a wastage. But don't think of this as a wastage time, because this is exactly the same syllabus that you are going to study for appearing in the exam. Okay, so make use of your teachers. Whatever they are teaching, that is going to be asked in the exam. Try to study from them first. Okay, maybe 50, 60% or 70% knowledge you will get from there. Remaining 30% knowledge would be only required so that you can accommodate in case of your free time. Okay, you have Saturdays, you have Sundays, probably you can utilize that time. Don't waste too much time every day. So maybe if your college is from 9 to 4 or 9 to 5, use that time to gain maximum knowledge from the college, and remaining after 5, maybe starting from 7 o'clock till 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, whatever is your comfortable time. In that time, you can study extra part which is going to come in the exam or for the previous years. Okay, so you can utilize that. So guys, I think we have come to the end. In case any of you have any questions, so I have tried to take up some of the question. Probably with the time constraint, I could not take like other questions also. But if you have any query, give us a call on this number or visit Made Easy site. We will have an expert who can help you in solving your queries. Okay, or you can try to connect to different MEDISI faculties on the social media platform. You can post your query over there, and probably we will try to respond you once we see that, or once we have the free time. Okay, so thank you guys. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you. It was really an interactive session, and I hope most of the students, those who are listening to this, you are going to achieve something in your life. I hope you must have got some idea about what are the different options that you have, and probably you will make best use of the resources available to you to achieve whatever the goals that you have. Thank you guys. It was really good. I would like to thank
Thank you.
the faculties also for giving me an opportunity to interact with the young minds. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving a deep insight of the various exams and presenting the galaxy of opportunities for students. The session was truly wonderful in every aspect, and you not only gave the words of wisdom but also motivated our students in all aspects. For students, I would just like to say that do something today that your future self will thank you for. Now, I would request Preeti ma'am to make some, she's waiting to make some important announcement. Ma'am?
First and foremost, I would like to thank Sir. Sir, you've been really wonderful because I know, though we, for a formal vote of thanks, we have, we have somebody waiting for us. Still, I could not stop myself to thank you for this session and come forward because, see, I have no idea about the technical things. I'm not a part of it. Still, it was such an enhancing and enriching session. We could also learn a lot from that, and I think students would have learned a lot. Students, I would like you people to just give a very important thank you to Sir in the chat box if you really gained something from this session. And a very important information for you people, like you can avail 25% discount on Made Easy Gate online test series. This is what is a gift for you on this day even. And but this series, I mean this discount you can avail by dropping a mail to cgckite.18@kiet.edu. I've mentioned the mail ID in the chat box even. So you just mail us that yes, you are wishing to go for this mock test series. You want to have it, and you can have 25% discount in that. The coupons can be taken from me, like from our department, that is CGC Kite. So for that, you have to just mail your details to us, and we would certainly mail you the coupons so that you can avail them. Along with that, like I believe that these kinds of sessions are going to help you a lot. So we are just sharing a feedback form in the chat box, and we wish that you should 100%, I mean everybody should be filling it up, so that one way is that you'll be getting a certificate. That is a different deal, but through these feedback forms we get motivated. As CGC, like Career Guidance Center, we get motivated. We can, organize more such kinds of sessions if we get to know that yes, our students are being enhanced by that. So thank you again. Thank you everybody. Thank you Shraddha ma'am and sir. Really thank you. And Sanjay, a lot of thanks to you. Everybody, I'm thankful to everyone. Blandina ma'am, please continue with that. Shraddha ma'am, please take up.
Yeah, I would request Blandina ma'am now to come up for the formal vote of thanks.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. A very big thanks to one and all gathered here as we express our gratitude. We must never forget that the highest expectation is not to utter words, but to live by them. If you want your life to turn around, try thankfulness. It will change your life mightily, said a great man. Our distinguished speaker of the evening, Mr. Vinod Kumar, Mr. Sanjay, and the management of MADEC, which is India's best institute for IES, GATE, and PSUs. Our very honorable Dean Students Welfare, Dr. Ashish Kanwal, Manager Career Guidance Center, Dr. Preeti Chitkara, CGC departmental coordinators, faculty members, and enthusiastic students who have come to make the most of this golden opportunity. A very big thanks to all of you. About our speaker of the evening, Mr. Vinod Kumar, starting from his dramatic entry to exposing us to a world of opportunities, conceptualizing everything in one place, calling the COVID-19 an opportunity instead of an adversity, It never felt like this one and an odd hours because you kept us glued to your very interactive and visually impactful presentation. Needless to say, our budding and blossoming engineers have been very well explained about the ample opportunities available for engineers. Your stress on engineers can do anything seeped into every student here. Thanks a lot, sir, for such impactful words. Special thanks to our director, sir, and joint director, sir, who have sent their best wishes. Thanks to our Dean Student Welfare, Dr. Ashish Kanwal, once again for his words of motivation. Thanks to the steering wheel behind the show, Dr. Preeti Chitkara, Manager, Career Guidance Center. A very big thanks to the ITSS team for their consistent and tireless support. Thanks to our faculty coordinators, Madam Neelam Rawal, Dr. Shraddha Srivastav, and all the other coordinators for their undying support. And a very big thanks to our students, without whom this session would be incomplete. Thanking once again, thanking one and all once again. Thank you so much.